Echo, you should quit Diablo Immortal and play another action RPG. This is a comment that I get all the time inside of Diablo Immortal. People aren't fans of the game because of pay-to-win elements, because they just don't like the game, they're burnt out on the game, or they just want to play something different. Today I'm going to explore this and talk about why I'm still playing Diablo Immortal and what my options would be that I would actually consider if I were to put down this action RPG and pick up another one. Now, I do like a Diablo Immortal. I'm behind server Paragon. If we take a look right here, let's see the Paragon level. I'm at 308, Paragon level is 334. Honestly, it's a day or two of pretty serious grind and I would be back up to Paragon level. Not something I'm concerned with at all. I've been playing casual as of late, but I do want to see what other options there are. Plus, when you think about it, what's coming? What games are actually coming to mobile specifically? So D4 is kind of out of the picture here. I mean, we know D4 is going to be an incredible game. It's going to be awesome, but it has no mobile client. So for someone like me that really likes to focus on mobile games, it's kind of out of the picture, right? So I have Diablo Immortal, but let's do this. Let's get out of the game. As you can see, I do have Undecember installed on my iPad as well, but let's head on into the App Store, see what kind of options we have. We're gonna say not now. Let's actually just search up Diablo Immortal and see what other options they have. There we go. Let's see what comes to mind, what they say. All right, Diablo Immortal #1. Elder Scrolls Blades, different. You can't even really compare. Hearthstone's another Blizzard game. All right, so Torchlight Infinite. We've played this one on the channel. This is actually a really fun game, and it brings me back to when I played Torchlight back in the day on Xbox. This is probably one of the top 5 choices if I were to play something outside of Diablo Immortal. This is one of the best action RPGs alongside of Diablo Immortal on mobile right now. But is it good enough? And as a content creator, you have to think about a few things. Is it good enough to keep me entertained and fulfilled as a gamer? And is it good enough for me on YouTube? Does it have a large enough community? As you can see, there have been 1.9 thousand ratings. If we go ahead and compare that to Diablo Immortal, let's kind of see what they have here. Diablo Immortal has 151,000 ratings. They came out approximately at the same time. Diablo Immortal on the role-playing chart is number 50, where Torchlight Infinite was not on that chart at all. Let's continue on through, but let's keep in mind that Torchlight Infinite could be a valid game to play as a gamer. As a content creator though, I don't know that the audience is actually there. Evil Lands RPG, played this back in the day, not a new game. The controls were wonky, didn't like it. Let's keep on scrolling through. All right, so we have another one here that would be one that I'd highly consider, and that would be Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is an incredible, not action RPG, MMORPG. This is one of those big, wide open world games. But check it out, number 4 in adventure. This game is up there on the list. Number 4, while Diablo Immortal is number 50 on the charts for action RPGs. I mean, looking at this right now, it's making me think maybe I should jump back into Genshin Impact. Like, this game, it's not new, but it's where it's at. 405,000 ratings. It's an editor choice. Really solid game. Let's take a look at the preview right here, just so we can kind of see as I discuss it. Now, all content creators about a year ago when Genshin Impact came out, they were all like, this is where it's at. Some content creators blew the heck up on this game, went from like a small following to making full-time streaming like their gig. Like, that was what they did because of Genshin Impact. The ability to make that massive move right now as a content creator is gone. Like, that's not going to happen anymore. But to build a stable community on YouTube around this game, I think it is still there. Genshin Impact is probably the most popular game that we're going to even be looking at today. As of right now, if I were to leave Diablo Immortal and switch to something, it would probably be Genshin Impact, although the genre is a little bit different. You know, MMORPG versus action RPG. Blade Fantasy, you know, it's okay. It's another MMORPG, nothing really to write home about there. Let's keep on scrolling through. Iron Blade, this is an old one. It's fun. There are some like fast actions that you can do to do some really quick, easy, awesome looking kills. Like you could play this game and look really good and actually not be that good. So that's a nice thing about this game. But for content creation, no. For that long term, I'm gonna grind this game for extended periods of time and this is gonna be my jam. It's just not the game. But there are a couple others that I do want to look at today as we get through this trailer. This one's got to be like, I mean, it's got to be like 5 years old, and it's got 37,000 ratings. Let's keep on scrolling through, see what this has to offer, what the search offers, and then I have a few more in my mind. Dungeon Hunter Champions, Perfect World Mobile. This was actually a really good game as well. This is a lot more like a Genshin Impact style game. Looks like there's no trailer to take a peek at here, but 10,000 ratings. It's not ranked at all in the role-playing genre. It is a really nice looking game. It has a lot of depth to it as well. Again, this one's been out, and this is one that I checked out when I was looking into Diablo Immortal 3 years ago. This was one of my favorite choices actually back then. It's not one I dive into now just because of how long it's been around and, you know, all that. Raziel is another great one. This is one that we looked at before we got into Diablo Immortal when we were waiting for the game. And this was one of the ones that reminded me most of Diablo Immortal. It had really short rounds, short levels, small dungeons, and it was definitely more of a mobile gaming experience than we expect or when we compare it to Diablo Immortal. That's not the issue though that I have right now, because this game was actually really good. It was really good, a lot of fun. Pay to win, yeah, a little bit, but nothing compared to what we're seeing here in Diablo Immortal. But the community right now is basically dead. It's not supported anymore by the developers, so it's not a game you'd want to get into. Play for fun, sure, but it's not one that you're gonna want to like dive into. Let's see what else we have. It looks like we're getting towards the, Titan Quest. One that I've never played, but that is a huge favorite amongst people in the community. The thing is, it's one of these retro style games. Another one like this, and I'll speak about it in conjunction here, is Anima, right? This one's an $8 game. You have to pay to get it, and as you saw, it had 800 or something like that ratings. This is not something that would get much attention on YouTube. As a creator, as a gamer, if you just want to play something fun, sure, but it's got a very limited community. Anima, on the other hand, larger community. It's a free to download game, and it's very similar to this in how it has that retro Diablo 2 style, which would be something that you could consider as well if you're looking for something like that. Not for me though, not for me. I have two more in mind, and it looks like neither of the ones that I'm thinking of are popping up right here. Look at that. And you know, all right, so let's go in here. We're gonna change the search from Diablo Immortal to Undecember, which is probably the largest competitor right now of Diablo Immortal. And check it out, Torchlight Infinite getting shown right there. Man, here's the issue. Look at the ratings, only 492 ratings. Not ranked in RPG. 3.7 stars because this game does have pay to win elements as well. I still never got to the depth of it that I did with Diablo Immortal to understand how that works. But out of all the games that you can directly relate to Diablo Immortal, this one is the best. As a gamer, if you want to play something like Diablo Immortal but not Diablo Immortal, it's gotta be Undecember. The game is really, really good. It has a PC client and it has a client here on mobile. So does Genshin Impact, by the way. But this one, for a creator like myself, I would need a ton of support from the developer to build a community around it for me to say, I'm gonna leave Diablo Immortal where I have developer support, where I am in touch with the developers, to switch over to a game that's so much smaller. I mean, not even 1,000 ratings on this game yet, which is crazy to me. They need a representative in North America like myself to promote this game and to pump it out and to get people to know about it. But we'll see. I don't know. The game has what it takes. It's not getting that push. Every time you go to Instagram, I mean, tell me when you go to Instagram or Facebook or where else, maybe even on Twitter, you see ads for Diablo Immortal. You see them pushing Diablo Immortal. This is advertisements for content creators, for YouTubers. This is how people say, oh, what is that? I'm gonna go look for it. And then you go and you find YouTube channels like that. Undecember, you don't see that. They're not putting money into marketing in that sense. Yes, they did sponsor a few videos on my channel, which was awesome. A few live streams, which was great, but they're not going into the social media market, which is making it a little bit more difficult for them to get out there. Look, again, Diablo Immortal. What else do we have here? Dungeon Hunter 5. This is one of the classic ones. This is probably one of the oldest, most OG action RPGs right now. I mean, this is the one that everyone had played. If you're into action RPGs, there's still a big community for this, but again, this game is another one that's been around for a long time. I'm talking 5+ years, and I'm not sure, to be fair, how well or how much it's been supported over that time. There's one more game, and why am I drawing a blank on it right now? You know, I gotta go to my Diablo Immortal channel, and I had covered this game back in the day while I was waiting for Diablo Immortal. Yet I can't remember. It was an MMORPG. Come on, help me out. In the comment section below, what MMORPG did I cover when Diablo Immortal was still getting ready to come out and all that? And I did a few live streams and things like that on the channel. Found it. This is another one that I would still consider moving to, but it's more along the lines of Genshin Impact, and that is going to be Black Desert Mobile. This game is pretty big, guys. It's another MMORPG, but again, it doesn't have the push that we had with Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact had 450,000 ratings. Black Desert Mobile only 31,000. Now that is not a reason to or not to play a game, but for someone like myself as a content creator, it gives me an idea of the audience that's there to watch content. Now this game has been out. When did I play it? I played this on my channel, wow, 2 years ago. And that's like a general time, so it could be even closer to the 3-year mark, but it's showing 2 years ago. This game's not new. Now it is supported. It is one of the better MMORPGs on mobile, but if I had to choose, and if I was about to choose and say I'm going from an action RPG into an MMORPG, it would probably have to be Genshin Impact before Black Desert Mobile. Now, is there anything coming out in the MMORPG realm that can compete with these games? Not that I know of. Action RPGs, like, we got them, guys. We got everything that was big and coming out. We could all say, like, Path of Exile Mobile, but was that just like a meme, or is that actually going to happen? I'm scrolling through here just to see if there's anything else that pops up. There's really nothing that, there's really nothing. There's not much. So this is why Diablo Immortal is probably still, Diablo Immortal is definitely the best option for me right now as a creator to put regular content out for in the action RPG genre. If I were to branch out into MMORPGs, Genshin Impact would probably be the best option for me there. And if I were to branch out to PC, obviously diving into Diablo 4, being that that's the newest and most upcoming game in action RPGs, that would probably be the best option. But I'm gonna still play Diablo Immortal because that's the game that I've grinded into, that I've played so much of, and that I really do enjoy playing the most right now. Whether I put a video out every day for it or not, I like playing Diablo Immortal more than I like playing a lot of these other games. With that being said, I think I'm gonna download Genshin Impact today and start messing around with it because the game, it's pretty fun. Let's be honest. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. What games would you recommend? I'll see you back here tomorrow in another video.